if he wants to realise the dream of being a world champion again, you know, it's the only option. Yeah.
Well, he's seen his stablemate from the Olympic Games, Anthony Joshua. We know where he is now. That's a big fight on the 2nd of January. Here, let's get back to what we've got to look forward to in Italy, in Milan. And our main event is coming up. Luca Rigoldi defending his European super bantamweight title against Gamal Yafai. There's a 10-rounder for Devis Bosquiero, who thought he was boxing for the vacant WBC silver lightweight title, but his opponent Francesco Patera picked up a positive test. Luckily, they had Samuel Gonzalez already on the bill. He stepped up from a 6-rounder to fill in for what is now a 10-rounder. And our next fight is the women's fight, the IBF super featherweight belt held by Maïva Hamadouche of France, going up against the untested and unproven Serbian fighter Nina Pavlovic. That is such a hot division in women's boxing right now. And there's a lot of big fights ahead there, unification fights we hope as well. And Hamadouche, if she wants to be a part of that, needs to make sure she takes care of business tonight. So the women will be introduced momentarily as the countdown ticks over. And it is a rule, it's 15 minutes.
Yeah.
But it is up next. And it's very, very imminent indeed. The 31-year-old French woman, Maïva Hamadouche, with a very high KO percentage. You don't often see that with the women boxers. 21 victories and 17 inside. That shows she's got some spite in those punches.
Yeah, no, it certainly does, yeah. And she is aggressive. She does like to go forward. So, you know, it's a tough call. Massive difference in age, as you can see. Not much in weight or height for that matter.
But experience.
Well, height, yeah. I mean, reach, no, not so much. But height, yeah, quite considerable. But yeah, again, yeah, experience is the key here. Really, the difference is quite big.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the action here at the Allianz Cloud. This is World Championship Boxing. Would you please welcome first to the ring the challenger from Serbia, Nina Pavlovic. Ladies and gentlemen, time to welcome the champion from Paris, France, Maïva Hamadouche.
You ready? Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing Italy and Salvatore Chierchi's OPI since '82, proudly sponsored by Regione Lombardia, by JD Sports, by Auto Market Pro, by Art Media Sport, and by Leone. Very proud to bring you 10 two-minute rounds of boxing for the IBF Super Featherweight Championship of the World. We are live around the world on DAZN. Contest sanctioned by the International Boxing Federation. Our president is Darryl J. Peoples, and at ringside our supervisor, the Roma Italia, Senor Roberto Rea. At ringside, our 3 scoring judges, all from Italy. From Chieti, Giustino De Giovanni. From Terni, Paolo Ruggieri. And from Rome, Francesco Rega. In charge of the action, the Napoli Italia, Signor Enrico Terlizzi. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to introduce the boxers. Firstly, the challenger. She boxes out of the blue corner, wears silver with pink, weighed in 58.1 kilos or 128 pounds even. A 10-fight record, 6 wins, 1 KO, 3 defeats, 1 draw. From Smederevo, Serbia, Nina Pavlovic. And across the ring stands the champion. Boxes out of the red corner, wears white with red and gold. She weighed in 57.6 kilos or 127 pounds even. She has an outstanding record, 22 contests, 21 wins, 17 wins by KO with only 1 defeat. She is the former French and European champion and tonight makes the 6th defense as the IBF Super Featherweight Champion of the World. From Paris, France, Maïva, El Veneno Amadouche.
President, remember rules of IBF, okay? Touch room. Go back to it.
Scheduled for 10 then, Maïva Hamadouche making yet another defense of the title that she won back in November 2016. She beat Jennifer Salinas by unanimous decision. Since then has defended it absolutely brilliantly, stopping Milena Koleva, stopping Anahi Sanchez, who's good, getting a majority decision against Miriam Delal, although 2 judges had her winning it. Getting rid of Vivian Obernauf, and most recently in July 19, that's her last fight, Yanef Perez stopped her in 6. Pavlovic, in contrast, a 6-3-1 record, only had 1 win in her first 4 fights. It's a massive step up for her, but she looks like she's going to decide to just get in there and trade with the champion.
She's doing pretty well in that format as well.
Well, she's got nothing to lose.
No, nothing at all. Landing lovely clean shots there, with good balance, decent poise. They're well picked, they're no wild flailing shots. She doesn't look like someone who's had 10 bouts. She's
and with moderate success in those bouts, I tell you, just a couple of right hands that she's landed is already bringing up a bit of a swelling under the eye of Hamadouche, the left eye of Hamadouche.
But Hamadouche is tough and strong, and she does keep coming, Nick.
Well, that's it. She is relentless.
Yeah, pressure is gives everyone trouble. She's very strong. She can maintain this. She doesn't really.
Tell you, another right hand from Pavlovic, and Hamadouche is just soaking him up, and as you say, coming forward. Her 1 defeat came, and we're super featherweight, remember, her 1 defeat came against the very tough lightweight Delphine Persoon, and that was for the WBC lightweight title, so she's operated at such a higher level than Pavlovic.
One of the toughest female fighters on the planet, I would say.
Exactly, at her natural weight as well.
Yeah, and massive for that weight, really big. She looked 2 weight classes above Katie Taylor.
Yeah, there's that swelling coming up under the eye there. She took a couple of early right hands, and Pavlovic, who does come into this one on the back of a knockout win, only a couple of weeks ago as well.
Impressive.
Well, she comes in with making a voluntary here, Maïva Hamadouche, with all sorts of talk of unification fights around the corner. She's signed to the same promotional banner as the WBC champion Terry Harper, the WBA champion Hyun-Mi Choi, who boxes on the Golovkin undercard tomorrow, and WBO champ, of course, is Michaela Mayer, and Nina Pavlovic looks like she wants to come and gate crash that particular party. Very positive start.
It really was, yeah. She got some nice combinations off, landing flush with the right hand and the left hook on the back of some combinations. She shipped a couple as well, which she took very well. But the question for me is, can she keep Hamadouche off?
Well, that's the question.
For the whole 10 rounds.
Well, she got that win a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, in her native Serbia against another Serb Milena Svonia, who was a 3-4 opponent, but she'd never actually been stopped. She got her out of there in 3. The only opponent of note for Pavlovich was Elena Gradina, the Russian who was 9-1, who'd just lost for the interim IBF featherweight title on the Shields Hammer undercard in Atlantic City, and Pavlovich was the comeback opponent. Got a draw on one of the cards there as well. So you look at her last 2 fights, Pavlovich has definitely stepped up a level or 2.
Yeah.
But still doesn't have a win of note, and she's having
good
trouble
body
here.
shots there,
Yes, the body work from Hamadouche and
One
Pavlovich.
particular left neck went round the right round the rib there.
Yeah, and she's felt that.
Yeah.
Well, Hamadouche is such a hurtful punch of that high KO percentage. Pavlovich down and didn't look too good at all. Now, it's only a 2-minute round, but there's still a lot of that to survive. And this is the thing with Hamadouche, she's on you relentlessly. That ring is very, very small when Maïva Hamadouche is hunting you down. And Pavlovich survived this, get herself a minute on her stool. Good response from the young Serb. That's nice. It'd be good to see her make a fight of this, but of course Hamadouche knows she can hurt her, and she knows where she can hurt her as well. Just relentless, and that's what she can't do, Pavlovich. She's got to
She
keep
can't be hanging
firing
around in
back.
that corner either, Nick. She has to really get out of that corner.
Yeah, she can't just allow Hamadouche to tee off like that.
No.
Look for the uppercut there and the straight right hand.
She's
That
jabbed
gets one
with
back.
a jab as
yeah,
well.
that was. I tell you, it's all action with Hamadouche. That's for sure. Well,
she's just not physically strong enough to keep her off, Nick. Yeah.
There's those hooks to the body, those left hooks to the body that did all the damage, but Pavlovich survived. When you consider how early she hit the deck in that round, you thought, hello, this could be another stoppage win for Maïva Hamadouche, but Nina Pavlovich still there.
On pose toujours le rythme, comme ça. C'est là, on pose le rythme et tu travailles en bas, elle va s'asseoir, c'est fini.
Well, she's in deep here, and I thought she might be on her way out. There's that body shot you referred to, that left
right
hook.
round, wasn't it? Right round the side of the rib, yeah. First, yeah, there's only one. There was an array, and the camera was on kind of the other side if the people didn't see it there. But yeah, it went right round the back of the elbow, and she just wasn't looking. And that's the shots that hurt you. The ones you don't see are the ones that hurt the most, Nick.
Round 3, and the fast start from Maïva Hamadouche. Just looking to completely impose herself on her opponent here. Such an opportunity this for Pavlovich, but also, as I've already said, Alex, you know, she didn't have a stepping stone fight here. She suddenly got thrown in with one of the best super featherweights in the world.
After 10 bouts.
This is tough.
Oh,
this is tough.
Right,
she's really getting tagged now as the defenses start to unravel and fatigue is starting to kick in a little bit, and it's hard to see how this goes 10 rounds. The way Pavlovich is just getting picked off. It's just a swarm that comes in from Hamadouche. She just overwhelms opponents.
She sure does. You did get the feeling in the first round that there was a potential for a very good bout here. But we know that Hamadouche loves to just put pressure on the opponent. She never stops coming. The shots, she doesn't even move her head that much. She just comes forward in straight lines.
Well, this is what those other champions are looking at, because you can see what Hamadouche does well, and what she does well, she does very well, but there's no defensive work at all. Absolutely none. This is going to get stopped if now Pavlovich doesn't respond, and she did. Had to.
Yeah.
As you say, she switches off and allows Hamadouche just to tee off on her in those corners. And in danger of being utterly overwhelmed here, Nina Pavlovich. But yeah, she will have success if she can fire back, and she's landed solid, consistent right hands. It would be interesting to see Hamadouche how she would react if she didn't get all her own way. And again, she's gone to sleep in the corner. Pavlovich wakes up just in time. And Hamadouche just picking her off pretty much at will. Done well again there, Pavlovich.
Ouais.
But the tide after that promising first round for the challenger has well and truly turned here. Got tagged very early. Oh, she dug in that body shot again and brought a left hook upstairs as well off the back of it, Hamadouche. So Pavlovich sticking to it very, very gamely here, but that's been a tough couple of rounds for her. Well, somebody's told her a funny story in the corner, I'm not sure what, but nice to see the smile there. Now, Maïva Hamadouche will look to wipe that smile off her face. She's not smiling, is she? Policewoman in Paris, I believe.
Really?
You wouldn't want to be
No, I wouldn't.
breaking any lockdown restrictions with her around, would you? And there she comes again. Poor old Pavlovich. I say she's on the rope. She's just getting backed up there again. Getting through, though. The defensive work for Hamadouche is very, very questionable. There go the body shots again, and she again switches off. She's got to fire back, and does. But she does allow Hamadouche just to take the initiative, pick those body shots. Pavlovich showing terrific durability, but another body shot, a big dip at the knees.
As well,
she's really, really feeling this.
Yeah.
And if she doesn't get out of that corner, Enrico Terlizzi may have a decision to make here, because it's getting really one-sided now.
She just doesn't stop coming, does
it's
she?
relentless. She just can't get out of there.
To dishearten this girl must be such a difficult task, because she just keeps coming.
Well, you've got to make a miss, haven't you? You've got to make a miss, and Pavlovich can't do that.
You've also got to try and stop her in her tracks now, because if you don't get her respect with your punch power or your punch accuracy, she will just keep walking forward.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. And she's very, very fit as well. She just keeps them coming. Like we said, she can do this for 10 rounds without much problem.
And you can see how she's got all these knockouts as well. She just overwhelms opponents.
Yeah, she does.
Takes all their resistance punch by punch.
Sheer relentless pressure.
Yeah. Really picking those nice body shots here. Pavlovich doing enough, but then she sits back.
Using her forearm there to try and pull down Pavlovich's gloves so she can land clean shots. Oh, well done there. Pavlovich coming back.
Yeah, nice uppercut there as well. I can't see Pavlovich winning this fight. I don't think she's got the power, but all those other champions I was talking about, and we're looking ahead now at unification fights. They're looking at what she can't do. This woman has never, obviously, in her career, had to defend herself.
No,
she's so open. She's so open.
She's so aggressive as well.
But that's it. Because she overwhelms opponents, she doesn't have to worry about defense, because so little comes back, because I'm sure a lot of her opponents are just going, hey, I've got to try and survive this whirlwind here.
Yeah, she totally shuts you down.
Straight back out, isn't she? Maïva Hamadouche, round 5 of this 10-rounder. It would be interesting, Alex, like you say, if Nina Pavlovich can land something that makes Hamadouche stop and think and just think, oh, I've got to think about this as I come in, because at the moment she has no respect for her opponent's power at all. And she took some good punches right at the start of the fight and just walked straight through them. It'll be interesting to see what Kyunmi Choi, the Korean, looks like tomorrow night as well on the Golovkin undercard, which you'll see here on DAZN. This isn't going to go on much longer. She's absolutely out on her feet here. Just getting marked up around the right eye, but I think it's these body shots that are just slowly but surely wearing her down.
It really is.
There you go
it's a
again.
beauty. It's well picked as well.
There's nothing left.
The sequence in that movement was fantastic. A lovely jab from long range to shot, a mid-range right uppercut which put her onto the left hook to the body. It was really good punch picking.
Well, does Hamadouche finish it here? Because you think one more
very Mexican-like, Nick. It was very Mexican-like in style. Good punch picking there. Good defence there as well from Hamadouche.
Well, she's so brave, isn't she? But she keeps getting herself caught in this corner, Pavlovich, and just getting tagged endlessly. And it's a very, very one-sided fight, this.
The pressure that she keeps on, even with her feet, even if she's not actually throwing her hands, the pressure with her feet is quite unbelievable, really.
Yeah, it really is.
It's like a little female Wayne McCulloch, isn't she? She just keeps it right in front of you. Oh.
Another big one.
She's very exciting to watch, isn't she?
She's not boring.
No, she's very exciting to watch.
I go back to the Terry Harpers and the Michaela Mayers and Choi. If they can't box on the back foot, they're going to find her very hard to deal with.
Well, yeah.
Because you're going to be spending some time on the back foot, that's for sure.
Yeah. I don't think she knows how to...
She doesn't do back foot.
Yeah, I don't think she knows how to box back on the back foot, Nick.
Well, when she went down again here, I thought Pavlovich might not be able to get up from that.
Yeah.
Great heart. That one took
punch picking.
That took everything out of her. But
there's a right uppercut onto the body shot. Oh, brilliant
these
stuff.
left hooks to the body.
And the way that she threw that there, her punch selection there, and the variety that she used to switch to the body was something that we've not seen any of the guys do tonight, really.
No.
Very impressive.
Second down. He says second down. Here, corner.
I want to see Nina Pavlovich take a beating here, because at 23 that would really lacking the experience that she has. I mean, she's come up with a hard school, lost on her debut, and only one win in her first 4 fights as well. So that shows that she's got a bit of heart. She didn't just give up as soon as it got a little bit tough, and it's certainly been tough here in this fight, and she's definitely not given up. Far from it, but here we go again. This body work is just relentless from Hamadouche here in round 6. And there is less and less coming back now.
Less coming back
from Pavlovich. And I don't think there's an awful lot of power behind these punches from Pavlovich either. She's had an awful lot knocked out of her literally tonight. It's just from one corner to the next, isn't it? There's no escape, no hiding place. She's absolutely out of this. A very, very courageous effort. And what has been a massive step up for the Serb. And that's still trying to find something. And now she's got the referee on her case. Well, why not? Right. Nothing else is working. Drop the shoulder in. It's, here she comes again. She's found another corner. Just missing with the uppercut there. Can she measure? There's a nice uppercut there. Can she measure that body shot? Yeah.
Just looking for little opportunities, little gaps, little ways in there, Nick. You know, not that much to touch on here from me, really, in this round. It's now a very, very similar pattern. The only question is, when is it going to actually come to a point where you're like, okay, right, let's get Pavlovich out of there now. She's just took too much stick. Some of these shots are going in too heavy. That's a lovely body shot as well.
Yeah, really. She keeps throwing back though, Pavlovich, doesn't she?
Yeah, she
She's
does.
very, very game.
She does, but also we've not seen any typical boring patterns for Hamadouche either. You know, she's constantly giving it different variety all the time. She's looking for different ways while being excited the whole time. So really good stuff.
Well, good stuff, unless you're Nina Pavlovich, of course.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But you've got to admire the way that she's setting up some of these body shots. Look at that. You know, just enough to preoccupy Pavlovich's mind with something else, and then she quickly switches to the body on the other side, on the back of 2 shots. It's really impressive.
I keep looking, though. That left hook that Pavlovich landed there. Hamadouche is so open to those counters. She's so desperate to get her own shots off, and boy, she does that in bunches. She is wide open to counters.
Well, she's so physically strong and tough, and she uses the pressure to shut down the ring so well that I think she takes a lot of weight off her opponent's shots. I think it's really hard to get her with a good, clean, hard shot. You will catch her, you can't really miss her, but will you get her with enough impact, enough authority when she's all over you like this? It's very difficult. You know, there's intelligent punch picking there.
Yeah.
It might look to some of the viewers that she's just trapped a girl in a corner and she's beating on her. It's not the case.
No, she is picking. Yeah, she's opening up the defences.
Yeah.
There's not a lot wasted, is there? She's not just flailing away.
No, she's not. And her head's always tilted as well. Her chin's never up there, out to dry. You know, she's always in a sort of heavy front foot position. So difficult to deter this girl. So difficult to deter.
Pavlovich is just in the eye of the storm here, and there's just no hiding place. It is literally one corner to another. I think I said that earlier. All she does is she backs up, finds herself in another corner, a lovely long raking jab there, and here we go into another corner. Poor old Pavlovich just getting battered at the moment. Straight back on her as well. Just more of the same. I think she's had enough. She's had enough. Well, she's asked for a stoppage there.
Yeah.
The referee. Well, what's happened here?
What's happened?
I mean, you can't just say, "Oh, I've had enough." Oh, she's saying I got a low one. That's what's happened.
Oh, right. Okay.
She did get a low one, and the referee didn't really react on it. But and it was a low one.
Yeah. She's still trying. She showed a great deal of heart as well here, Pavlovich, really has.
Well, Hamadouche did the right thing there as well, because she stopped, and you only stop when the referee tells you to, and Hamadouche said, well, I'll leave this one alone. Well, the only good thing you can say for Nina Pavlovich at the moment is she's still there.
Yeah, she sure is.
Oh, she has taken a pounding.
Yeah.
Il a envie d'arrêter. Oui, oui. C'est pour ça qu'il a stoppé comme ça, il a envie en fait. Il a envie qu'il lui a donné une chance.
It's a world title fight, Alex. You don't pull people out unless they're in serious trouble, but she's got to be borderline, Pavlovich here, surely. I mean, she's just having no success now.
No, none.
She's got just under 6 minutes of this still to endure here, Pavlovich. She doesn't have, as you say, the physical strength to push Hamadouche back. She can't hold her off. And whenever she does land like that, that was nice, that right hand, but nothing discourages the Frenchwoman.
No,
back in there again.
She's unbelievably tough, man.
Those gendarmes, mate, you don't mess with them.
You just wonder what it would take to dishearten her as well, you know. What would it take to stop this woman just coming at you the way she does? You know, she's and she has good footwork as well.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
she's not clumsy footwork.
She's not just some head down charge type.
No. She knows exactly where she's going, and she knows why she's going in that position as well.
Yeah, here go the body shots again.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I was going to say she reminds me of Katie Taylor in the sense that if you were a male sparring partner, you'd know you'd have to be on it if you were in with Hamadouche. You really would, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
She's not giving you any time off.
No, she's.
You've told me some of the stories about some of the top amateurs that have been with Katie Taylor, and they've said to you, "Oh boy, you got to be on it." You know what? I wouldn't mind the referee jumping in here. I really
was
wouldn't.
Thinking the same.
Enough's enough here.
I was thinking the same. You know. Yeah,
I mean,
exactly the same.
She's got a big heart, but out goes the gum shield.
Surely, come on.
Just come on. This is not nice now.
No, this has been repetitive. This has been a repetitive beating now.
Yeah, and that's all it is now.
For the past 4 or 5 rounds.
That's a beat down.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's had enough. She's had enough.
She's
Get her out of there.
Get her out of there, ref.
If the referee doesn't do it, the corner needs to do it.
on.
But somebody needs to put a stop to this.
Come on.
She's had enough. She's waved it off herself. And I don't blame her one little bit. I mean, boy, did she take her lumps tonight, Nina Pavlovich.
Wow.
You know what? There's always talking boxing. Oh, they quit,
Yeah.
quitters. But you know what? She earned the right to just say, no, I've had enough here, didn't she?
She did, yeah. No, definitely. It was terrible. You know, she was almost thrown up in the corner there.
Yeah.
The referee done nothing, really.
And the corner did nothing.
They never.
In fact, they weren't even anywhere to be seen. You've got to look after your fighter. And I don't think she was well served tonight at all, Nina Pavlovich. Big, big heart, but just physically overwhelmed by Maïva Hamadouche, who successfully retains her IBF super featherweight title and will be looking now at unification fights. 3 of the champions under the same promotional banner. The odd one out is the WBO champ, Michaela Mayer, who's already said that, yeah, well, I want to get involved in some of those unification fights as well. She's been yelling long and loud that she wants Terry Harper. Harper looked so much better after that scare against Natasha Jonas in stopping Katarina Tanders with one hand. Harper broke her right hand in the 4th round there. And Hyun-Mi Choi, will get to see what she does. Had an early draw on her record. Hyun-Mi Choi, Terry Harper and Michaela Mayer, all unbeaten. Hamadouche only 1 defeat. That came at lightweight against, as I say, Delphine Persoon.
Yeah.
I mean, those are some very, very tasty unification fights to be made there in that division.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see them made. And I'd like to see what she does when she's got something coming back at her. When she's got it all her own way, she's a force. And what happens when somebody's coming back at you?
Well, good luck coming back at this girl this way. If she gets off to a good start and gets on that front foot nice and early, she is going to take some stopping, Nick.
Tranquille.
Well, I hope she, I use this word very advisedly, I hope she enjoyed her experience, Nina Pavlovich. It was a huge step up for her on paper. That's how it's turned out. I hope this doesn't discourage her, because we saw a lot to like about her.
Lots, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, our referee Enrico Terlizzi has our boxers. We have the official time of 1 minute 34 seconds of round number 8. Signor Terlizzi calls a halt to the action. In his opinion, Nina Pavlovich in no position to continue. Therefore, the winner by TKO and still the IBF Super Featherweight Champion of the World from Paris, France, Maïva El Veneno Hamadouche.
There it is, yet another successful defense. Can she add to that IBF belt? Hope we get to see Nina Pavlovich again as well. It was certainly not dull. I'm going to put you on the spot here, because normally we have a look at the highlights, and I'm sure they'll be coming through in a moment. But the highlights really speak for themselves as the two pose, and respect was certainly earned there. And Nina Pavlovich has got the big smile, which is good to see. Hopefully she will learn from this and perhaps move up a level, and let's see her again. I'm going to put you on the spot. We talked about 4 good champions in this weight class.
Yeah.
Pick one winner.
Whoa. Tough.
Because you're in trouble whichever way you go now.
Oh, man, yeah. Wow, pick one winner.
Because they've all got something they bring to the party, haven't they? They really have.
Oh, that's so hard to call
It is.
that one, isn't
That's
it?
why I want to see these fights.
Yeah,
those are big fights.
Whoa. Terry Harper, maybe, as the start. And then how can you say that? Natasha Jonas.
Well, she's not even a champion at the moment.
She's not even champion. How's Natasha Jonas going to keep this girl off?
What about Michaela Mayer?
Yeah, I know, again.
He's probably tweeting something about you, Alex Arthur, right now. For you picked Terry Harper. Hyun Mi Choi is no mug.
Yeah, no. Oh, that's impossible.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why we got to see those
I
fights.
think Terry Harper was just the first name that came at the top of my head there.
Yeah,
I can't pick between these girls.
No, I wouldn't want to choose a winner out of those four. This
What a
was
weight class.
certainly, if Hamadouche has her way, she's an unstoppable force. And I must admit, I'd seen enough of this. I don't know what the referee was hanging about out here. This is where you stop it right here. She'd given everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely everything. Didn't even have the strength to keep her gum shield in.
Wasn't physically strong enough to keep her off anymore. And there was just no sense in prolonging this beating, basically.
The referee didn't help her. The corner didn't help her. She said herself, on her knees, as you said, it looked like she was about to be physically sick.
Yeah.
She just said, I can't go anymore.
She looked like she was going to throw up. She sounded like she was regurgitating as well, and, you know, not nice to hear.
No, there was no quit in her. There really wasn't, but she literally just had everything knocked out of her. So, another defense successfully negotiated by Maïva Hamadouche. We'll be seeing her in 2021, I'm sure, in big, big fights. Well, earlier today, if you've just joined us, you'll have missed, well, you didn't miss much actually with Sandor Martin, the European lightweight champion. He had an 8-round jog through against Nestor Maradiaga. It was a ticker.